Right. I'm continuing from part 6. This is part 7. My story, Eric Edwards. Ready? Let's get some light on subject here. Okay. I last stopped at me and Duna and Booker T used to go to the Pruitt goes to see Duna's mama. And I think I left off where Duna's brothers, Kurt, Lynn, uh, Lynn was older than us, and then Kurt and Duna were around the same age. Anyway, they would say, "Come on, y'all, let's go down here on the 7th floor, 6th floor. Get them niggas." And we would go down there, and boy, we'd be fighting. Man, I'll tell you something. It was so much fun. Them boys was not scared. That was the normal thing for them over there. They was fighting. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of that going on up there. You know what I mean? And even Booker T thought that I was scared. Because one weekend, him and Duna didn't take me over there with him. Oh, man, I cried. I cried and cried. And Booker came back. Mama told him, say, "How come you didn't take Vine with you?" He said, "Well, I didn't think he wanted to go. You know, the boys be over there fighting and stuff." She said, "Booker, that boy cried all the time. He just cried his heart out because you didn't take him." He said, "Well, okay, I didn't know." And shit, boy, that next time they took me, I was so happy. I was so happy. I didn't give a shit. I like that shit. Shit, I guess Booker didn't know, you know. He figured because I didn't like boxing with Donald Booker T. See, Booker T used to use me as a damn punching bag for Donald because he was teaching Donald how to box, and he wasn't teaching me shit. And he put them little gloves on us, and Donald just go to wailing on my ass. And so I guess Booker T figured that I didn't like fighting. Hell no, I didn't like being nobody's punching bag. But what he didn't know was I took it out on when his ass wasn't around. Me and Duna used to get busy. Me and Duna, well, we scrapped for a long time with each other, man. I tell you, uh, we would wrestle. I used to practice some wrestling moves on Duna. And Duna he was like this. He would never quit. I had him on that floor. You give. Now tears coming out of his eyes. I was putting all kind of moves on his ass. I was putting him in a figure 4 leg lock, all kind of shit. And Dono he would not give up. He just never quit. And we did that for years. We wrestling each other, and cause I wouldn't let him hit me with his hands. I get hold of him real quick. But when we started getting up in our ages, actually when we started going to the Boy Scouts, stuff shit like that, me and Dona had quit fighting each other and we started helping each other. At that time, before then, niggas would catch Dona by herself out in Red City and try to, try to jump him. But me and Dona took up. We made up for that because then me and Dona would be together. We didn't have that problem. You know, the niggas was running. Even when we went to the South End, niggas, me and Duna used to play a game on these one niggas. These niggas used to try to run out there and jump on us when they saw us by ourselves. And so we was coming from practice one day, from Boy Scout practice, and I said, Duna, the niggas down there waiting on us. I said, you going down the street like you by yourself, I'm going to go through the alley behind their house. Oh, I eased up behind their house. And they ran out there when they saw it doing it. Say, "Oh yeah, motherfucker, we got your ass now. You ain't got your cousin. What you doing?" Was standing there grinning. He was just grinning because I was coming up behind them niggas. And we went to washing their ass. We washed their ass, boy, kicked their ass. And then the next time when we went to Boy Scout meeting, we didn't see the motherfuckers no more. They did not fuck with us. And me and Duna looked at each other and said, "Yeah, that shit worked." And from that time on, we ain't had no problem out in Rush City or in Rush City. Together, we found out we was a force to be reckoned with. And so they didn't fuck with us. But back over to Pruitt goes, man, that was something else there though. And that's when I found out that Kurt could fight, and Lynn too. And that's how that went. And and then, like I say, back over in Rush City, I was starting to get up in age, and like I say, I was known amongst the kids that couldn't fend for themselves. They knew that they could come to me and I would help. I was bushwhacking them big dudes. Back in them days, I was a climber. I would climb up on the top of a house. If they was close enough together, I would jump from one house to the other. I used to do that. So I used to get on top of the church and look down, be looking at folks, sit up on top of the house and watch people go by. And then I found out that it really helped if I wanted to get somebody, because I figured out how to climb up on top of Eastland School. And this one nigga, I don't know why he wanted to mess with me. He stayed over there in one of them back streets over there on Fallen Spring Road or Liberty. And, on Cook. Henley, he was a Henley. And he just wanted to keep on messing with me. I said, I'm going to get this boy. I'm going to get him. And so I watched him. I stalked him. And I knew his little routes. And he used to come past that school coming from the little confectionery. And I got on top of that school one day. I'll never forget. He come by there with a little bag of candy, and I sprung. I sprung off the top of that damn building on top of his ass. And I went to waltzing him. I kicked his ass good. He ain't said a word about it the next day at school. I say, shit, this shit here work. And I swear, I learned how to do that. Even up all the way up to my adult age, I found out if I could catch somebody by himself, he wasn't gonna say shit else about it the next time we met up. I did that quite a bit too. Yep. Now, back to let's see. We was talking about the wrestling matches, and we did that. That was great. That was wonderful. My grandmother. She I used to go down to my grandmother sometimes and spend the night. And Granny was the first person I seen. She upped that pistol one night. She said, "Don't you be worried about nothing, baby, 'cause I got something. For us. We got something that anybody come in here messing with us, this is what they got to contend with." I said, okay, I'll feel safe around my granny. After she had that little pistol, I was like, they better not mess with her. And Booker T had a lot of brothers, and all his brothers respected my grandmother. She was one of the few people that could handle them. All them boys. He had some rough brothers too. Yes, indeed. They stayed over there on Paradise. I kind of young. Their daddy's name was we called Big Papa. I couldn't remember their mama, but I know it was a bunch of them Macklins on that street, and that's about my memory on them. They stayed there on Paradise. Let's see. And we're getting along to the point where the gang thing came in. I went to after we left Hughes Quinn. Eastleigh School. We went to Hughes Quinn, it's the junior high school, and Hughes Quinn. And they had to catch. We called a bus, picked us up, and took us to Hughes Quinn, and then took us back home. Oh, excuse me. And it came a time where, Rush City